Hey guys and gals, welcome back this week for another Haunted Gaming. This week, upon a user request, I'm going to be talking about Sonic.exe. Remember, if you guys want me to review a certain creepypasta, just tell me in the comments below and I'll do it. So, let's move on with this creepypasta. Anyways, this creepypasta starts out with a typical Sonic fan. So this player one day was playing Sonic Unleashed and a mailman came to deliver a package. The package consisted of a CD and a note. The player read the note attached, and it was from his friend, who he hadn't heard or seen for 2 weeks. The note basically said that the player should throw away the disc before some dark horror approaches the player, and presumably harms them. And the friend just couldn't destroy him himself because he wasn't quick enough. So, the player was confused, and he's like, how the hell could a disc cause horrors and stuff? And it had the word Sonic written on it, so the player was like, oh crap, I gotta try this out, it's fucking Sonic. So the player goes up to his room and installs the game through this program on the disc, which is called Sonic.exe, the name of the creepypasta. So upon installing the game and starting it up, the player was greeted by a demonic title screen. It was basically like the regular Sonic the Hedgehog screen for the Sega Genesis, except this time the sky was darkened and the title logo was rusted, and instead of the bottom right corner it said Sega, where it says Sega 1991, it said Sega 666. And of course the water was not blue, but it was blood red, crimson. So after the title screen there was a save select screen from Sonic 3. So even though this game is supposed to technically be Sonic 1, it had a save select screen, which doesn't happen. I mean, if you looked at the gameplay on the screen right now, it doesn't happen at all. But anyways, the character selection was Tails, Knuckles, and Dr. Robotnik, which is weird since you can't play as Dr. Robotnik in any of those classic Sonic games. And I don't even think you can play it in the new games at all. The player realized it was a hacked game, and instead of a glitched one, like it wasn't glitched, it was just hacked instead, like some sick fuck made it. So the player chose Tails and went on to, play the game. So the first level loaded, and the player was running through a barren level with absolutely no obstacles, just like a flat area, for about 5 minutes. And this peaceful theme that was playing in the background just kept on getting slower and slower and turned more, demonic by the second. So the player then spotted something. It was one of the dead animals. Whenever you beat the area and you blow this thing up, this canister, the animals come out. So it was this dead animal, right? And it was just it was killed grotesquely. Like there was another one where a squirrel was hanging on a tree with its guts hanging out, and a duck with its eyes gouged out or whatever. So the player eventually saw Sonic in the game, and Tails had walked slowly towards Sonic, and Sonic turned around and stared at Tails with, red eyes, saying, "Do you want to play with me?" Shortly after, the player was put in another level called Hide and Seek. It looked like Angel Island in Sonic 3, except everything was on fire. The in-game sprite of Tails constantly told the player to run away as far as he could. The player, it didn't instinctively say to the player oh, run away. It just the Tails motioned. But whatever. So the player then saw Sonic slowly gaining up on Tails and then disappearing, only to reappear in front of Tails, and cutting the screen in black and leaving the words "You're too slow." The player then saw a demonic sprite of Tails and decided he would just pick Tails after Knuckles. Sorry. Knuckles, since Tails was dead. So the player was booted into a new level called You Can't Run. So the player then kept running down the straight level with no obstacles, and after a while the player noticed bloodstains on the ground. Sonic then immediately appeared in front of Knuckles and said, "Found you." The player then constantly tried to punch Sonic, but he kept failing because Sonic would just teleport back and forth. Eventually Sonic lunged at Knuckles and the screen went black, and a message appeared saying, "So many souls to play with, so little time. Would you agree?" The player then saw demonic Knuckles and shut off the game and just, went and took a nap. The player experienced a very, very disturbing nap. And until a couple of hours later, the player decided to play the game again, and he had one character left, Robotnik. So the player decided to continue to lead Robotnik down a flight of stairs until Sonic appeared in the darkness with an extremely horrifying grin, and the screen flashed to black with a message saying, "I am God." The player was booted back into the main menu without warning, and the computer shut off. The player then noticed behind him a Sonic plushie with bloodstains coming from its eyes. Well, what do I think of this? Actually, I think it could be real, except for the part at the end, obviously, with the Sonic plushie. But I'm a computer programmer, and, I can personally say that this could actually happen because, programs, you can make it like anything you want. So if I wanted to make a creepy Sonic game, I just could do it right now if I had time and effort. Like, if I put time and effort into it, I could make something like this. Anybody can make the computer program. And, there is a part of the creepypasta, I think, where the program set to the basically stated the name of the player. So it's if it was that, then it would probably be like a close friend or a relative or something. But besides the point, if you wanted to make something like this, you could. If you did, I think you are a creepy fuck. But whatever. Even if I don't have an actual copy of the game, I'm still skeptical of its existence, obviously, but there wasn't anything so overtly implausible in this creepypasta that it seemed, completely fake. Besides the Sonic plushie at the end, if you disregard that, it's kind of plausible. But I still do think it's fake. Mostly because if stuff like this happened, I would probably see it in the news, or you would see actual a program on the internet you could download, because stuff like this goes viral every second. It's appearing on 4chan everywhere. You'd probably get a copy of it. Hell, your grandma could probably get a copy of it. But whatever. But the creepiness of this creepypasta was definitely high. I thought the reaction from the player was a little more dramatic. If I played this, I'd be scared too. I'd get some chills, but I wouldn't shit my pants or anything. I'd play it and be like, whatever. Let's see what else. Let's play Fatal Frame. Anyways. But this is a very creepypasta. It reminds me a lot about the Zelda 2 creepypasta that I did, and you can go check it out. Annotations right here. And it's definitely worth a read. So check it out, links in the description. And yeah. Well, thanks for watching, guys and gals. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like this video. Tune in next week for more videos, and check out Dan Nick 101's channel. He's got some really cool stuff, and he's doing some stuff with us. It's gonna be really cool. So check it out, and have a good day or evening. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys, and see ya.